What is going on, everybody? It is WrestleMania here, and I'm back with a Raw and Smackdown review for the week and also wrestling news. Let's start off with the Raw recap, with this week being the 23rd January 2017 edition of Raw, airing from Cleveland, Ohio. Raw opens up with Roman Reigns cutting a promo, with then Kevin Owens showing up, bragging about how he powerbombed Reigns through the table last week. This was then followed by Chris Jericho showing up to support his BFF, and Reigns informs him he's invoking his rematch clause for the United States Championship. Kevin Owens agrees to the rematch on Jericho's behalf, and Jericho does not look happy. Are we now seeing the initial cracks leading up to their eventual breakup? Raw starts off with a match between Luke Gallows and Cesaro. Last week, Anderson and Gallows had the Raw Tag Team Championship won, except for a mix-up by the referee. This Sunday, Gallows and Anderson challenged Cesaro and Sheamus for the tag straps, with referees on hand to maintain order. Tonight though, it's one-on-one action as Gallo pins Cesaro after hitting the fireman's carry flapjack. We then cut to a backstage segment which sees Stephanie McMahon book Sami Zayn vs Seth Rollins for Rollins' spot in the Royal Rumble. The match gets underway, and Sami gets the win with the surprise appearance of Triple H. Rollins has been looking for revenge on the game since Triple H cost him the Universal Championship last year. It was then followed by a 6-man Cruiserweight tag team match between TJ Perkins, Jack Gallagher and Mustafa Ali versus Arya Daivari, Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. Mustafa Ali hit the inverted 450 splash on Drew Gulak for the win. An even bigger match then follows with an 8-man tag match between Braun Strowman, Rusev, Jinder Mahal and Titus O'Neil against The New Day, Enzo Amore and Big Cass. This 8-man match didn't really settle the beef between Titus O'Neil and The New Day, nor that of Rusev and Mahal and Jersey's favourite team Enzo and Cass. Strowman's raw power proves the deciding factor as he flattens Enzo with a running power slam for the win. After the match, the Big Show, newly entering the Royal Rumble, confronts Braun Strowman. Strowman backs off just as he did against Brock Lesnar last week. As of late, Strowman seems to be making many enemies in the WWE universe, teasing feud for this upcoming Mania. We then get the United States Championship match between Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho. Jericho's BFF Kevin Owens is doing color commentary, so it's no surprise when Owen runs in for the save as soon as things look bleak for Y2J and his US belt. The result? Roman Reigns wins by disqualification. But after the bout, Kevin Owens motions for the shark cage to be lowered. Reigns is put in the cage, but not for long as he escapes, locking Owens in. As the cage lifts, Jericho tries to hang on and escape, only to get a Superman punch and spear for his trouble. After the chaos, there's an announcement this Sunday that the title match will be a no disqualification bout. The one and only women's match for the night is Nia Jax vs Ray Lynn, where of course it's the usual, where Jax makes short work of the local talent with a sit-down splash. After the bout, Nia Jax mocks the demise of the Boss career. Just then, Sasha Banks makes her way down to the ring on a crutch and proceeds to beat the tar out of Jax with the crutch. And the last match for the night sees a non-title match between Rich Swann and Noam Dar, with Swann winning the match with a spin kick. After the match, Rich Swann calls out Neville. Neville comes out but doesn't want to get into the ring, so Swann comes out to him, hitting a suicide dive on Neville. Neville bails out at the first chance he gets though. We then get Goldberg coming down to the ring, cutting a promo about this Sunday's Royal Rumble until Paul Heyman interrupts him. Heyman predicts Goldberg will be beaten and humiliated by Brock Lesnar at the Rumble. Goldberg calls out Lesnar and the Beast incarnate makes his way into the ring. It looks like the two superstars are going to go at it until the lights go out and The Undertaker appears in the ring as Raw goes off the air. An awesome end to the show as 3 legends just staring down each other. There was nothing special about the show in terms of matches, but it was full of surprise appearances, beginning with Triple H, then moving to the Big Show, followed by The Undertaker. Will it be Seth Rollins vs Triple H for Mania? Or how about Big Show and Strowman? A Show Strowman match would be a good way to continue Strowman's build-up, and Show always seems willing to do the job to help. Reports indicate there was no physical confrontation between The Undertaker, Goldberg or Lesnar after Raw went off the air. WWE is smart in making fans order the pay-per-view to see the action. Now guys, let's get into the Smackdown recap. The 24th January 2017 edition of Smackdown Live airs from Toledo, Ohio, and started off with Randy Orton vs Luke Harper. Eh? Yes, the internal fighting between Orton and Harper finally results in the two fighting to settle their differences, and Orton gets the win, hitting the RKO. After the bout, Wyatt family leader Bray Wyatt seems to console Luke, only to hit the sister Abigail on him. WWE is definitely doing a good job of keeping the Wyatt family drama interesting. We then cut to an interview where Renee Young interviews Mickie James about her return last week, where she helped SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss retain the belt in a cage match against Becky Lynch. James boasts that she's the one who started the women's revolution, and Alexa Bliss is the only person who appreciates her legacy. Becky Lynch runs in to attack James, but Alexa Bliss jumps in and the two beat down Lynch. Next, there was a 10-man over-the-top battle royale where 10 SmackDown superstars competed for a spot in this Sunday's Royal Rumble. In the end, Mojo Rawley earned his spot, eliminating both members of Breezango. After this, we're treated with a promo where the phenomenal one AJ Styles calls out challenger John Cena about their WWE Championship match this Sunday. Styles calls Cena a sorry excuse for a wrestler and asks what he has to do to get the fans' respect. Cena reminds Styles there have been times when over 10,000 fans chanted "Cena sucks," but that didn't slow him down. Cena tells Styles he's not on his level, not even a level below him. Cena asks Styles if he thinks Cena doesn't respect him because he didn't work for the indie circuit. Cena tells Styles he wasn't built for the indie circuit, but the WWE. Cena finishes by telling Styles the only reason he has the belt is because he let him. Definitely an excellent promo between the two. Kalisto and Dolph Ziggler then take it to the mat with Ziggler's new heel attitude, which seems to be paying off as he defeats Kalisto in short order with a super kick. Afterwards, Kalisto feels Ziggler's wrath as Ziggler unloads on him with a steel chair. It looks like JBL might leave the announce booth, but Apollo Crews runs in for the save. Could the WWE be teasing a JBL and Ziggler match? And the night ends with an Intercontinental Championship match with Lumberjack rules with Dean Ambrose against The Miz. This match is arranged thanks to Maurice's consistent interference in The Miz's matches. Ambrose hits the lunatic lariat and covers Miz, but Corbin runs in to break up the pin. This leads to total chaos as the Lumberjacks rush the ring, and it looks like a preview for the Royal Rumble. Miz tries to steal a pin after Ambrose sends Corbin out the ring, but Ambrose counters, hitting the Dirty Deeds for the win. There weren't a lot of matches, but like last week, they all meant something to advance the storylines. This was a good show, other than the filler involving Carmella and James Ellsworth, and there was fantastic exchange between Cena and Styles. Now guys, let's get into the WWE news for this week, and start off with Angle and the Rumble not happening. Despite reports of Angle being pulled out of Dominant Wrestling this Friday, there was a greater chance that Angle would be a surprise entrant in the 2017 Rumble match. But with the recent interview with TMZ, Angle hasn't ruled out a wrestling match return, but is adamant he will not be making an appearance at the Rumble. Quote unquote, Royal Rumble is not gonna happen. But then again, this could be just throwing a curveball for an unexpected return. Who knows? Taker's plans at Mania. Dave Meltzer tweeted out possible plans for Taker at WrestleMania 33 last night, saying Undertaker's exclusive appearance on Raw is due to the fact that he's facing someone from Raw. This could obviously rule out him facing John Cena for good, but it means a much more likelier chance of him either facing Braun Strowman or Roman Reigns. Hall of Fame 2017 update. So far, Kurt Angle is the only inductee we know about, but what a great beginning for the class of 2017. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, the WWE will be showcasing a Ric Flair Hall of Fame statue at this year's Fan Access held over WrestleMania weekend. Royal Rumble update. We now have the inclusion of the Big Show as he stated he will be in the Rumble. Both Big Cass and Rusev made their announcement of entering, and we also had Sami Zayn take over Seth Rollins' spot. There are still 9 superstars left to enter the Rumble, so comment down below on who you think will be left to enter the Rumble, including surprises. And lastly, a Hogan documentary to air on Netflix. The Hollywood Reporter website reports a documentary, Nobody Speak Hulk Hogan, Gorka and Trials of a Free Press, will stream on Netflix. Ugh, I hope they don't show any footage from it. The last thing I want to see before bedtime is Hogan's bright orange arse on the screen. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed this week's recap. Be sure to let us know what you like and dislike in our comment section below, and comment on who you think will be those 9 surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble. Be sure to check out all my other videos, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.